Halo teman-teman, selamat datang di podcast kita. Namaku anak kampung dan aku sedang berbicara dengan siapa?
Anak Jaksel, guys. How are you?
Baik, baik. Harap everybody is senang dan aman sama kenyang.
Perfect. Dave, special topic today.
Yes, what are we talking about?
Oh man. So we talked about our way like best favorite location that we like um to visit in Indonesia, right? The
Hmm.
Varung areas. Today, I thought we could talk about our second favorite. If this place doesn't sell us um, an alcohol-free Guinness, which is a spoiler alert for for another episode. But
Yeah, future
what is that
episode.
area, man? Tell us
Well,
about the area. What is that place?
well, this place, if you are almost anywhere on Java, or in larger cities and other parts of Indonesia, you can go here and you can buy pulsa, you can buy eskrem, you can buy susu, air minuman, kopi, sama Oreo, sama rokok, tapi jangan rokok. It is Indomaret or Alfamart.
Exactly. Toko.
Toko-toko.
Why is it our second favorite, man? Tell us about it.
Well, this place, when I lived in Pangandaran, I would go to Indomaret and I would go to Alfamart probably 2 or 3 times a week. And I would normally get ice cream. My favorite ice cream in Indonesia is yang kacang hijau, the green bean one. It's always really, really cheap. Or I would get the feast, which is another really delicious ice cream. And sometimes I would also get crackers or I would get cookies or get coffee, just whatever kind of drink or snack that I was in the mood for. But anytime you go to Indomart, unless you're at a train station or an airport, prices are almost always going to be the same, right?
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. It's very consumer friendly, and you know what I really like about it? It's mostly um, quite nice place and clean, but
Hmm.
mostly what's really it's practical. It's almost like a convenience store or bodega that you can visit and you can just have everything on the palm of your hand. And I'm saying that and I mean that because what was one of the best features, especially if you stroll around Jakarta or live there, you have ATMs there and they are official bank ATMs,
Hmm.
and it's super easy to find cash then and you can use it much easier that way. And as well, it's a tropical place, so it's air fucking conditioned.
Yes.
That is a big plus. And it was for me a struggle a lot of times to get used to Indomaret's concept because I think usually, from my experience, there were limited options on fruit or fresh vegetable and stuff like that. Um, and so it just became my go-to after work night snack. So it became more of a snacking area for me, and the amount of Oreos and flavored milk that I brought out of these stores is quite frankly crazy. But it's just some of the best memories that I have uh, having some snacks in Indonesia because the options of those snacks were completely on a different level than, for example, what you can find in Slovenia, and it was so cool for me. And yeah, but I feel like for you it might be a bit different because those snacks are kind of connected to the US. So perhaps you have also in the US. What is the deal with that?
Yeah, so we have Oreos. We don't have Tim Tams though. So I would usually get Tim Tams, and then they had what was it? Oat biscuit, some kind of like oat biscuit that was really good that I would always get. But the difference between Indomaret and stores in the US, yeah, you might have similar foods. The service at Indomaret is always really good. And I would usually go to Indomaret or Alfamart to buy Pulsa, and I would buy train tickets from there too. And every time I would go to get Pulsa, this is how I learned numbers in Indonesian. So I would go and I would say, "Oh, aku mau beli pulsa." And then Mbak yang kerja, yang pegawai, biasanya, "Oh, Mister, nomor siapa?" I'm like, umur berapa? I'm like, oh, 08. And she's like, okay, 08. And I was like, okay, this is taking too long. I have to learn these numbers in Bahasa Indonesia. So I'm like, okay, 0813. And then she'd say it back, like 0813. I'm like, yes, yes, okay, I know these numbers, 0813. And then a couple of times, like, I bought Pulsa and I said the wrong number in Indonesian. And she actually tried to help me, like, either refund it or, like, stop the transaction to where I wouldn't have to pay for Pulsa for somebody else. One time it, like, was a completely, like, fake number and it was wrong. So I was like, okay, like, rejected. I ended up, like, being lucky and I was able to actually have my Pulsa saved and, like, sent to my phone. But they were always really patient and really kind to like help me out when I was trying to buy Pulsa.
That's pretty funny, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's like the best way. You always go in there, you can always, selamat pagi, selamat siang, selamat sore. It's an awesome way to practice Indonesian because the people that work in there are very friendly, they're very kind, and you talk to them at all in Indonesian, they're going to be like, wow, wow, Mister Bahasa Indonesia, like udah lancar. It's like, I just
Yeah.
said selamat pagi, that's it. But they're like, oh, so happy.
Yeah, exactly. The expectations are really low,
Yeah.
and it's a perfect environment for you to learn and practice the language. I also practiced a lot of language there because it's just really hard for them to do it everything in English. They try
Right.
and they are kind and
Oh
patient and
yeah.
everything, but then you realize, okay, I need numbers, I need just little things that are gonna make their life and my life way easier and more
Hmm.
convenient. And yeah, I agree. This stuff is amazing. And also, the convenience that I was talking about. I really love the fact that, for example, you can just get great sort of coffee or tea or whatever to go on the go, and it's like really convenient. You just pass one, you get some drink, and it's freshly made for you just at the location, and it's not really a bottle thing, but it's just a thing of the menu, and
Yeah.
that's kind of interesting for me because from my experience here in Europe, I it's not likely that I will see much of that in a store. It's either a big store that has different shops doing it, but there, like here in Indonesia, it's all centralized, and there's one cashier that does all of this, and it's really cool. It's almost like a real convenience store, right? Because you have
Yeah.
like some of the hot things that you can eat. You can prepare your noodles in the store, and you can just buy your snacks or whatever, and then just go out and resume your day, right?
Hmm.
So it's really cool, and it's a lovely concept. I wish we had that in Europe as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. And it's like if you go to like the Indomaret Point Cafe or like the Alpha Cafe, I forgot what it's called. I mean, they have tables outside. They have tables inside. So if it's pouring rain, you can go inside and order a coffee or order a tea and just sit down and okay, I'm gonna have a coffee or a tea. And you know the coffee is going to be good, the tea is going to be hot, and you're going to stay dry. And it's so rare, you can't really do that in a lot of other places. Where it's like you just show up in a rainstorm and they'll be like, why are you here? You know, buy something, okay, you stick around for a few minutes and then you go.
Yeah,
But from my experience, people are like, oh, you can stay a little bit longer, like enjoy your tea, talk with your friends. like, play games, do whatever you want to do on your phone because you're our customer and you're our friend. And it's like, it's very
Exactly.
cool.
Yeah.
Bagus sekali.
And you're spending just a few
Yeah,
cents.
you're spending like 20,000 mungkin.
Exactly. Like I bought, you know, whatever, and it's super cheap. It's
Yeah,
great. But
yeah,
you're still a customer, so you feel free to sit there for the
yeah,
whole duration of the storm. 2 hours, be our guest,
yeah.
which is
You'll buy something else.
exactly. Of course, you do. You cannot stay for that long of a time just with that small thing, and
Mm.
it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
But do you think you? I think you have a little more experience dealing with like the, let's say, city
Hmm.
Indomaret,
Yeah.
and how are they different in for example Kampung? Is
So
how what's the difference?
the main difference, you have almost exactly the same things. So if you go to Indomaret in like rural West Java or like Central Java, East Java, even Lombok, you have the same products, almost the same.
Yeah.
The main difference I would say is the number of Indomaret or Alfamart. And then I would also say the people that work at Indomaret or Alfamart in the villages are more friendly
Mm.
and the level of service is higher. Maybe they don't have the Indomaret Point Cafe,
Mhm.
but they still have, coffee that you can buy in a can, or they have, coffee that's almost ready to go. Or you can get, noodles or other kind of hot foods that are very easy to prepare.
Yeah.
So there's a little like a small slight difference, but
Mhm.
almost everything's the same
Yeah.
between both of them.
That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I have similar experience, but the thing is that I never really experienced probably the real villages. Of course,
Hmm.
I went to the village, but it was usually just outside of a big city. So that's why I asked how
Mm.
is it actually where like on at the countryside, let's say, which is pretty amazing, man.
Yeah,
Um,
it is. Like the consistency across the whole supply chain
yeah,
is incredible,
yeah,
especially because you're in very small villages, very remote villages, and it's still exactly the same that you'd get in Surabaya or Jakarta or Jogja or any of the other big cities.
yeah. That's pretty cool, and the logistics of that's
Yeah.
pretty
Well,
impressive.
yeah, that's the amazing thing.
Yeah, that's impressive. Yeah, but then also you have a lot of other vendors, right? The local just
Right.
so they also do a great job, right? And
Definitely, definitely.
you connect that with all of the warungs, and you're set.
Yeah.
You're ready to go, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. If you visit rural Indonesia, go to a warung and support the local UMKM, the local businesses, in addition to Indomaret or Alfamart. Like
yeah,
spending your money in the rural parts of Indonesia helps everybody. Try to help the local people as well as the bigger companies.
yeah, definitely. And I mean, and as we were talking in our last podcast, we the value that you get in the food and everything, it's such a good quality, great quality, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's fresh, and you can just enjoy it, and it's delicious. So, but talking about the toko, right? You know what was crazy for me? So
What?
I'm obviously from Slovenia, right? And Austria is just north of Slovenia, our neighbor. And Red Bull, man, the first time I saw the actual original Red Bull, right? The one from Thailand, you cannot buy it here. You have all of the different summer editions, special editions, spring editions, whatever editions of Red Bulls, but they're all the main Austrian concept. So they're all carbonated and super sugary, of course, and so on. But then I was like, okay, uh, I see it's a Red Bull logo, but then I don't know what it is, right? Because the writing is in Thai and
Right.
or whatever. I'm like, what the hell is this? It's the first time I see that, and I'm like, no, it's energy drink. It's Red Bull. Why? What is wrong with you? It's Red Bull. It's a global brand, and I'm like, yeah, but it looks so much different. You cannot find this kind of Red Bull anywhere, like in Europe. And they're like, yeah, no, because that's the original one from Thailand. I'm like, oh shit, let me try that. And I prefer that one, the original one, because it's not carbonated. It's just like a syrup juice sort of. And I actually felt like that sugar rush kind of, and what you expect from the energy drink. And the original Red Bull, the Austrian type one,
Hmm.
is just sparkling, and I don't feel that rush. And yeah, so I was like pleasantly surprised, and it's also one of my go-tos if I'm really tired or jet lagged. I
Hmm.
just get one of the Thailand version one, and it's really good. Have you
Nice.
tried it?
Did you bring back a stash? Like, do you have a lot of them?
No, I only smuggle mee goreng.
Mi goreng smuggler.
Of course, of course, Indomie, because there's science behind it. I
Yeah.
don't want to drink as much Red Bull because I don't want to, right? And it's not that
Hmm. Yeah.
healthy, and then smuggling Indomie, right?
Yeah.
But the Indomie that you can get in Europe is controlled with certain regulations and standards. So
Mm.
the satchels inside of the noodles are different. So I just
Awesome.
I just smuggle some of my Indomie originally from Indonesia and enjoy them then.
That's funny.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you have to know your priorities.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like America has the same the Indomie as in Indonesia, but
Yeah,
it's like twice, three times the price. And I looked on the packet and it's like it's product of Indonesia. So it's like, yes, it's the real thing. It's
yeah,
probably a
exactly.
little bit different, but still, it's like almost exactly the same.
Yeah,
It's not like, oh, we're gonna take it and like make the European version, just like bule friendly Indomie. It's like this is like young asli Indonesia.
yeah. And it's the best.
Yeah,
Yeah, the real deal is the real deal, and
yeah,
it's what we fell in love with.
yeah. It's good.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
really cool, man.
yeah.
Uh,
Making me miss it. Only been
oh yeah,
back a few weeks, but
definitely
still miss
major
it.
FOMO. Uh, so do you have like a special um, product, I guess, that stuck with you, just like Red Bull did with me?
So for me, it was always ice cream.
Okay.
And almost any time I pass by Alfamart or Indomaret, I'll always walk in and I'll go to the freezer and I'll grab an ice cream.
Mm.
And it's like it's for me, Indonesia, it's like 32, 33 degrees. It's really hot. So I'll go and I'll grab an ice cream. And I'll just stand outside and eat the ice cream. And yeah, it's like 150, 200 calories. But I'm like, oh, this is so good. It's pure sugar. And then I'll like walk a little bit up the road, like, oh, there's another one. Walk in, grab another one. And then like keep going up the road. Oh, there's another one. Grab another one. So it's like I don't really care. I'll have like six or seven ice creams sometimes in one day. It's like every single one that I pass, I'll just like go and grab one. Sometimes I'll get the same ice cream, or it's like, okay, I'll have one, and then I'll wait a couple of minutes and I'll open it. It'll be melting. It's like, oh, I should have eaten this quicker.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
You're kind of Indonesian ice
yeah,
cream serve.
yeah. It's like I'm a kid. Like I'm an Indonesian ice cream nerd, and like
Uh,
my favorite. I told you guys, kacang hijau and feast are my two favorites.
that's pretty funny, man. That's pretty funny. I wish you that. I mean, I wish you to get your ice cream as soon as possible. I
Yeah,
really do.
yeah. I hope so too. Like I'm not an addict, but if I was, I would be in trouble right now.
Oh,
Tidak ada kacang hijau di Amerika. Es krim tidak ada rasa kacang hijau di sini.
yeah. You're kind of I think the only person that has actually outspoken or told me at
Yeah,
least or confessed their love for kacang hijau, which
I
is
love it. Yes, I love kacang
God.
hijau ice cream. I love it. If you
I
think I'm
thought,
wrong, if you think I'm crazy, please write below in the comments. Oh, bule gila.
yeah,
Kenapa
exactly. The,
rasanya
the
kacang
next
hijau?
thing, the next thing you're gonna say you love durian, which is
Yeah. Well, durian's my second favorite flavor.
oh shit,
If they have it, jika ada.
the things I'm learning from you today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
Come to the kampung.
sure, but I still don't like durian.
Uh, you will.
I don't think so. I gave it a fair try.
Hmm.
It's not happening.
Hmm. Coba lagi, coba lagi.
No, we're done. Anyway, guys, we're excited to hear from you guys. What are your favorite things about Indonesian type stores, and what are your favorite products that you usually do or eat and buy? Um, and yeah, follow us for more content, and tell us what should we talk about next, and give us some comments, suggestions. Follow us, subscribe, comment, like, um, and yeah, Dave. Anything else?
I think that covers it. Thank you guys very much for listening and watching our episode. Listening to and watching our episode. Aduh. And terima kasih banyak. Hati-hati dan sampai jumpa nanti ya.
Sampai jumpa, guys. Bye bye.
See ya.